Welcome to Theater of the Sea at our Sea Lion Stadium. My name is Lauren. I am going to be the trainer for your Sea Lion show. Now let me introduce you to our star. Good. Why don't you guys put your hands together for Wilbur? Wilbur is a 12-year-old male California sea lion, not a seal. A lot of people confuse the two. So let me point out some differences so you guys won't. How they maneuver on land, or walk. Sea lions can rotate their hind flippers underneath them to enable them to walk on all fours, just like a dog. Good. Seals can't do that. That's because they have a fused pelvic bone, so they will scoot on their belly, just like an inchworm. Another difference is sea lions have large, powerful front flippers that are so strong they can support their entire body weight. Good. And for Wilbur, that is 433 pounds. Those front flippers are used to propel themselves through the water in a flying-like motion, and they can swim up to 23 miles per hour, faster than the dolphins. This is what he thinks about those dolphins. Okay. Seals, on the other hand, have a smaller front flipper, about 1/3 of the size of a sea lion's size of a human hand. Seals use their hind flippers in a side-to-side-like motion to swim. One last difference, target. Sea lions have an external ear flap, while seals have a pinhole as an ear, similar to the dolphins. We're going to do a nice little stretching exercise with Wilbur. So if you guys in the audience have a stiff neck, stretch with them. Sit up nice and tall, just like he is. All right, now everybody slowly stretch your neck all the way back. Hey, you guys don't look like him. Good. Well, Wilbur says if you do that exercise every day, no more stiff necks. Well, now that I got his neck all stretched out, I think he is ready to show off for you guys. Like I said, he does weigh 433 pounds, and he's going to support that with one of his front flippers. Guys, get your cameras ready. It only happens for a short period of time. Good. Target. Wilbur. Up. Good. See. Awesome. Good boy. Definitely gets lots of fish for that behavior. I am feeding him caitlin, herring, smelt, squid. I'm also giving him Jell-O, which is just gelatin and water, and some ice cubes. And the Jell-O and the ice cubes are just an extra form of hydration. See, sea lions don't drink water like we do. They get all their water from their fish. In the process of the fish being caught, frozen, thawed out, and fed to them, it loses some of its water content. Wilbur here is a huge fan of country western music. He's going to sing you his very favorite song. You recognize it? I want you to sing with him, okay? Hit it! That was a beautiful song! Did anybody recognize the tune? It was a golden oldie by Kenny Rogers. You picked fine time to leave me, you seal. Oh no, guys, I just insulted him. Good. Anybody know why Wilbur was insulted? I'm calling him a seal, and he's not. He is a sea lion. Target. California sea lions, as the name suggests, they are native to the western coast of the Americas, from British Columbia all the way down to Ecuador. But Wilbur has never been to the West Coast. He is a Southern boy. He was born right here at Theater of the Sea. And he is one out of 5 California sea lions that we have here. We have Wilbur's mom, Mimi. She is 24, target. We also have his brother, Tucker. He is 5 years old. Good. We also have Bella and Jet. They are females that are 2 years old. Good boy. I have a question for you guys. What do you think a sea lion feels like? Do you think they are covered in fur like a dog? Raise your hand. Good. All right, about 5 people. How about smooth like a dolphin? Raise your hand. Nobody? Guys, he was actually giving you hints the entire time. He is covered in fur. Target. Pointed down for less water resistance, just like their ears, their whiskers, and their flippers. Headed this way, you guys see all the individual hairs. Good. They also have 34 to 38 teeth. Target. Open. They're used for grasping and tearing their food. Good. They don't chew it. It just goes right down the pie hole. Those teeth are used for defense and aggressive purposes, and the black color is completely normal. It develops with age. They do have 5 digits on their front and on their rear flippers. On their rear flippers, they have grooming toenails. Good. Target. Good. Think about it. Good. Seat. And they have 50 to 60 whiskers called vibrissae. Good. And they are used for exploring objects on land and in water, but they can help them out with an old sea lion standard of ball balance. So you're going to see these whiskers, they pop up. They do not support the ball. They just help him to decide which way that ball is moving, so he can adjust his head and his neck. Good. Good boy. Well, Wilbur here is an expert when it comes down to the ball balance. He doesn't have to stay on his seat while he balances it. Hold. Good. He'll come all the way over here. And he will roll over once. Roll over twice. Roll over a 3rd time. Walk back to your seat. Good. Good boy. Good. Good. Wilbur and I have a close relationship, and this is based on lots and lots of love. Yes. Good. Lots of trust and a whole lot of fish. Well, you guys see the love and you see the fish, so why don't we test out this trust? I am going to place a fish in Wilbur's mouth and ask him not to eat it. He trusts me so much that he won't. He'll actually place that fish right back into my hand. You guys like to see that? Yeah. So would I. All right, buddy. You are going to hold this fish. Don't eat it. Takes a lot of willpower, guys. Yeah. Right now, Wilbur is eating 29 pounds of fish a day. He is holding in his mouth a caitlin. Are you guys ready for this? Good. Good. The trust is there, and so is the love. With a lot of love and a lot of fish, it won't be too long before you have a real good buddy by your side. Now, sea lions in the wild will climb up algae-covered rocks and then slide down to the water. Here, we have a water slide instead. Slide! Good. Put your hands together for Wilbur. Good boy. Very nice. Wilbur, you're actually looking really nervous coming back from the water. What's going on? Wow. For you guys that do not understand sea lion, Wilbur's telling me there's a shark in the pool. Have you seen something this entire time that didn't tell me? Sharks and killer whales are sea lions' main predators. Guys, I have to stop the show for just a moment. This is very serious. You're gonna hold on your seat. Don't move. Look for this shark. Do you guys see anything in here that looks like a shark? He's kidding everybody. Good joke, Wilbur. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, I recognize that cute flipper. Someone was not on his seat. He was fooling all of you. He thought this was funny, too. Oh, that was a pretty guilty smile. But if you do that again, I'm going to have to spank you. Okay, I'm just kidding. You are a silly sea lion. Now, in addition to our animals being trained for swims and shows, they are trained for different husbandry behaviors, such as voluntary blood draws, fecal samples, radiographs, ultrasounds, eye drops. Good. We weigh them on a scale once a week, and every day we come in here and we do visuals. Where we look at their eye, look in their mouth, look all over their body, so this way we can closely monitor their health. We do train our animals here using a method called operant conditioning. This is based on positive reinforcement. Wanted behavior is reinforced. Unwanted or undesired behavior is just ignored. We use a technique here called targeting. Target can be my hand or a target pole, which acts as an extension of my arm, and they're trained to remain in contact with this target till they hear the word good. Then they release, and a reinforcement will follow. A reinforcement is anything that is motivating to the animal, such as food, affection, attention, toys. How long it takes to train an animal behavior depends on a couple of things. The animal, just like you and I, learn differently, so do they. The behavior you're training, such as the head shake yes or no, can take a day or two. Something like a voluntary blood draw, even the water slide, can take months, even up to a year, and also the experience of the trainer. We'll move the target, shape some of their natural behaviors, and show behaviors. Train a faint, move the target down on the ground. Head shake no, back, forth. Stretch out his neck, I move the target up, and then I move the target all the way back. Gotta get him nice and dizzy, I move the target in circles. Good. And then with the training process, we could eventually fade out the target and introduce a hand or a verbal cue. So say on a hand signal, if I want him to raise his rear flippers, I'll do this. Good. And say, on a verbal cue, if I want him to say cheese, say cheese. Hold. Good. That is all I'll say. And you might be noticing that everything I ask Wilbur to do, I call it a behavior. I don't call it a trick. Tricks are meant to fool you. We really don't want to fool you guys. We just want to show you what they are capable of doing. But speaking of tricks, not only a sea lion trainer, also a master magician. I'm going to turn Wilbur into a walrus right before your very eyes. Don't worry about this, because I'm going to change him right back into a sea lion. Hold. Abracadabra. Hocus pocus. Ta-da! He's a walrus. Good. Right back into a sea lion. Ooh, I don't know about you guys, but I better stick to training, huh? Well, right now what I'm going to do, hold, I'm going to step on over the wall, and give Wilbur here a break. And I'm going to answer any questions you guys might have about sea lions training. Wilbur? You guys are a panel of experts? I'm impressed. Well, Male sea lions actually get 3 times the size of females. They get to be about 8 to 9 feet in length and about 900 pounds. Females, on the other hand, get to be about 5 to 6 feet in length and about 300 pounds. Another difference between the two is their coloration. Males are a darker brown, females are a lighter brown. Also, males have what's called a sagittal crest, which is a raised forehead. Females have a flat forehead. But keep in mind, our guys here don't have to get that big just because we live in Florida and we do not pull the water temperatures. So basically what happens is they don't have to produce as much blubber as if they lived in the Pacific coast. And a lot of people do ask me, what is their life expectancy? Well, in human care, sea lions, their median age is 24, and that is 2 to 3 times longer than their counterparts in the wild. Good boy. Sea lions can hold their breath for about 8 minutes. They can actually jump up about 8 feet. So focus your attention to that white ball overhead. It's going to do a giant jump. Good. And sea lions have excellent reflexes. And to demonstrate this to you, I have some rings that I could pass out to audience members, and you guys could throw them up to Wilbur. But do not raise your hand if you or anybody in your family has had any kind of contact with any wild marine mammal stranding in the past 48 hours. This does include dolphins, whales, manatees, just because these animals that strand themselves could have a sickness or a disease. And this could be passed from humans who are healthy animals. All right, with this being said, if you want to throw a ring to Wilbur, raise your hand nice and high. Hold. And if I throw one up to you, you're going to hold on to it for further instructions. All right, we got one right up there. All right, I'm going to try to not hit anybody. You ready to catch this? All right up there. Right up here. Oop, that was a bad throw on my part. I have 3 more if anybody else wants to. All right, hold over. All right, watch your heads, guys. Oh, here we go. And I have one more. Right here. All right. So, what's going to happen is when I point to you, you're going to hold it up nice and high so Wilbur sees the ring, and then you're going to throw it to him just like a frisbee. Guys, the object of this is to get it around his neck. So if any of you guys need to come closer, you guys can. We'll start with this young lady right here. So stand up. All right, he's looking at you. Now throw it to him. Nice job. This young man right here. All right, he's looking at you. Great job. All right, this young man. Woohoo! All right, next. Great job. Yep, you guys can come closer. Right there's fine. He's ready. Great. All right, over here. Nice. And our last one. Woohoo! Nice job. Good. Oh, and I get giant kiss for that. You are awesome, Wilbur. Good boy.
How old is he?
He's 12.
And how long did it take him to learn all this?
For him to do an entire show, it took a long time. Probably 6 years.
Wow.
So, and what we do when we introduce them to the shows is we'll bring them out, maybe at first for 5 minutes, and then we build them up to 10, and then we just kind of slowly build them up. And again, it also depends on how many of the behaviors they know as well, of how long we can actually bring them out for. So guys, well, I hope you have enjoyed our sea lion show today. but it's come time for Wilbur and I to blow a kiss. Mwah. Goodbye.